Welcome to math class. We are moving on to the MathWorks 10 workbook. We're looking at our new Unit 4. We're looking at mass, temperature, and volume, and we're starting with temperature conversion. Temperature conversion is very simple. We only have two equations that we need to work with. We have an equation for if we know Fahrenheit, but we need to know Celsius. We also have an equation for if we know Celsius, but we need to know Fahrenheit. So let's go ahead and take a look at the very first example, which is on page 176. So on page 176, we have a person named Kathy who's apparently visiting Florida. So they use Fahrenheit down in the States. We've got to convert back and forth. So what we do is she heard that it had been 42 degrees Fahrenheit. So what we need to do is basically plug that into the formula and then solve what it looks for. So we have C equals 5 over 9 times F minus 32. So going one step at a time, I'm going to go 5 over 9. I put in my 42 degrees minus 32. I get 10, so I'm left with 5 over 9 times 10, which equals 50 over 9, or 5 and 5/9. Well, that's kind of an ugly number to work with, particularly that fraction part there. So I know how to convert from fractions into decimals. All right. 5 divided by 9 is going to equal 0.6. So what that means is my final answer winds up being 5.6 approximately. So that's what the wavy equals sign means, is approximately. Because we're converting a little bit, the temperature, so it's approximate instead of exact. So what our final answer winds up being is 5.6 degrees Celsius. Basically a winter storm down in Florida and a nice balmy summer day up in Saskatchewan. All right, so let's go ahead and look at the opposite equation. Basically, we have to convert from Celsius into Fahrenheit. So let's go ahead and skip over to page 178, and we're going to be looking off of that one. So in there, we've got a dude, his name's Sver, I guess. He noted he's working on paving a road. He's got tar that was heated up to 48 degrees, not percentages, degrees Celsius. And we need to figure out what that is in Fahrenheit. So let's go ahead and punch in our formula. So we have F equals 9 over 5 times 48 plus 32. We have to remember our order of operations. From here on out, for the rest of your mathematical learning lives, you're going to need to remember order of operations. No different here. We have to multiply before we can add. So what we have is we're going to just multiply this straight across because 48 is the same as 48 over 1. So what I wind up with is 432 over 5 plus 32. I'm going to convert this into a decimal. So I'm going to convert 432 divided by 5, which gives me, I'm going to double check it on here, but the calculator tells me, the textbook tells me it's 86.4. So let's go ahead and 43 divided by 432 gives me 86.4. Okay. So what I have now is, and I'm going to change this to the approximately sign because I'm converting. So I've got 86.4 plus 32, which means my final answer is F is approximately 118.4 degrees. So as you can see, very, very simple. Probably the easiest assignment we're going to do all year. So go ahead and give that a shot. I'll see you in class tomorrow.